Hello, Pete.
Hey, Smegg, what's going on, man?
Hey, not much. How you doing, Actatus?
Doing fairly well, man.
We've got a busy time ahead of us. We've done quite a bit in between. In fact, we actually had to put up a play server because we were doing so much. We got kind of out of control. We've got an emergency thing to take care of, and we're gonna run through this stuff really quick. To start off, we started an underground storage room mainly because of this emergency we're in the middle of, and of course I labeled them all because that's what I do. The second big thing is what I'm going to show you right now, which is the fact that we have four stacks of diamonds.
Diamond.
Yeah, I have to tell you that Pete had to take nitro because he was having a coronary seizure. Basically, there's a mod called Metallurgy, which adds a bunch of ores, and it also takes away the spawning layers, so it just makes all of the, I believe it's Metallurgy, that basically makes all of the ores and stuff spawn at whatever levels randomly. And we're finding like huge veins of diamonds all over the place. In fact, I almost feel like it's almost game breaking, but whatever. So we've got that. We've got the storage areas. Right over here, we've got a door. Actatus, what's in here?
Alright, so in here, we've got what are called ore berries. There's these little, or ore berry bushes. There are these little things that you find in caves that grow berries every couple ticks. Here, I'm going to break one off now. There it is.
And you
Aluminum
right
ore
click that?
berries. I left click it. I think that you can right click. You can right click, yes. And what you do with these is you run them up to a furnace and you smelt them, and they will produce a lovely nugget, which you can then craft into a set of ingots.
That's kind of amazing. At first, I was kind of complaining because I was like, well, that's a lot of work, right?
Oh yeah, it can
But
be a bit of work. It returns
really,
some stuff.
yeah, really, any little bit helps. So, so really quick, I made some with Bibliocraft. I made some tool shelves here that we can basically pull off anytime we want with a control right click, and you grab it or control right click, puts it back, and we're going to do some more of that stuff. Show how to make display cases and armor stands and whatnot. How you doing, Pete?
Good. Basically, I just came down here to the giant mine system that we have. If you could show them the ladder up top. We basically went down with the goal of going down to our diamond level, which if you've watched any of our other podcasts or our LPs, we have a specific level we go to for diamond. And what we found was I basically could have set up a repeater that just said diamond, diamond, hey, more diamond, because literally for like an hour and a half, it was Pete, get out of the hole and bring all that diamond back up here, you freaking idiot. Like for like an hour, that's all I heard. Because I literally at one point had like 4 stacks of diamond on me, so it's
That
crazy.
was that was actually pretty tense. Like I think we were both like all three of us were on, and we kept like literally yelling at you to bring the diamond back because you were gonna die or fall in lava or something and lose it all. And like we were actually getting like kind of pissed at you. It was kind of ridiculous. Little did we know that like almost you can turn a corner and find more diamond, but what are
Right.
you gonna do, right?
And then Actatus, something that I really wish we could have shown. Actatus decided to build some dynamite, or what was it you built, Actatus?
I think that was HETNT and LETNT paint.
So here's the result of that. Uh, I think he did two, and the
Oh,
blast radius from the two or three. How many was here?
I'm not sure, but I did film it, and at the time of this episode being released, I'll put together and probably up about the same time that this one's up.
Oh
So
yeah,
this is. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I was just gonna say that was so amazing. I actually it's one of the few times that I think we were laughing so hard we were crying because there was a couple of times that inadvertently and completely not on purpose he would set something off and the shockwave would actually kill me. And
Like
I'm
three
like way
times.
down. Yeah, I was like way down the hallway watching, and I would, for some reason, I would always die. It was completely nuts. So okay, well, we're gonna check the stuff upstairs. So whenever you feel like it, you can head up. But immediately when we head up, the first thing you'll notice is the roof of our little base here. There was quite the calamity. If you look on the mini map up in my upper right hand corner of my screen, you will see a crater because the meteors mod. We didn't realize that meteors would fall quite like this, and we've actually got two impacts in our main complex here that really could cause quite the damage. So we're gonna check that out. We're gonna check out the rest of the our little complex here, and then we're gonna start. We're gonna check out a couple of craters to see how they look, and then we're gonna start building our meteor defenses because this is gonna be ridiculous if we don't. What do you think?
Oh, it definitely required. In fact, if you look at the ceiling, this is actual meteor rock. It actually impacted and came down into almost into our house completely, and then as you see some of the things we've put together, you can appreciate why we'd want to protect it. The meteor mod is pretty cool, just in the fact that it adds a new level to Minecraft. I mean, I've been playing Minecraft forever, and this adds just a whole new little crap kind of factor to it, and a little more challenge.
It really is oh crap. And I was actually inside doing some crafting when this thing hit, and I think I almost screamed like a little girl because
You
it was
did.
so loud, and I looked up and I was like, "Oh my god!" So real quick, how these meteors work is typically I think it's at night mostly, but what happens is this meteor crashes and creates a crater, and these little black box or little black blocks are basically meteor ore. And when it first crashes, they're all on. Most of them are on fire, but you can mine them and get several different kinds of ore depending on the type of meteor. But it cools down rather quickly, and you're left with these black blocks. Sorry. So actually, this happened twice in the general area. I think we've discovered about what 6 different craters that have come up around here, something like that, Pete.
At least, yeah, they're popping up all over the place.
So while we were gone, or while we weren't recording, I actually mapped out the bulk of our buildings using just really an outline for what do you call it, the foundations. So we've got our beekeeping area is going to go here. Our forestry building was going to be over here, but as you can see, we actually had another impact, and I think that was at the point where I was like, "Holy crap, we need to do something about this soon, or we're going to have our stuff wiped out." Power plant's going to go over here. Our main, I laid it out. Our main factory's over here. And then, Pete, you were hard at work. You want to show everybody this? I can't remember what I called it, but it was basically like locomotive and transportation manufacturing something or other. And
Sure, you've got.
I think it had like the abbreviation of EATME or something. I don't know, but you want to show everybody what that is because that's kind of crazy over there.
Sure, I would move the creepers that are right on your tail. Both of them are
Holy
probably gonna blow up
balls.
soon.
Come at me, Borsky.
Oh my God, you guys!
It's...
Oh no!
I got this. I got some dirt, some precious dirt.
Thank you, sir. Really quick, I know you're heading over that way, but I just wanted to point out my sword is a Kreknorite sword, which there's Kreknorite meteors, so we basically took some materials and made that. And what happens when you hit a mob, it catches them on fire. So, and I'd also like to point out that because of our massive amount of diamond, most of us are carrying diamond tools now. So, so here's the building. Pete, go for it.
Yeah,
Well,
so
some of
here's.
Oh, go ahead. I'll carry on with diamonds in a bit. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, here is our LMC, our Locomotive Manufacturing Center. I set up a rain basin because I wanted to be part of Smegg's environmentally conscious group, also known as the, it's abbreviated QUEERS. Anyway, so we get inside, and we've got two coal coke ovens set up with redstone power engines. And
what do those do?
The coal coke ovens actually make creosote, which is what we then use the creosote oil to soak the wood in to make our actual rails. So we just put our coal in here. We get coal coke as a byproduct, which we'll use to make steel, and use the coal coke and then the creosote. So we've got those set up in there, and then I just put it in buckets and then make massive amounts of rails out of it. I've made some iron chests because, as you all saw in our storage room, we were quite bored and did quite the amount of digging. I'm sure you don't mind. And then over here is the actual TCA, the train crafting area. So we've got a couple of different blocks here. We've got, of course, your standard crafting. And then here we actually have a train workbench. And over here is kind of exciting, is the actual train building workbench. Storage portion is still inactive at this time. Traincraft hasn't done anything with it. But you can actually build your trains here and do everything from your known recipes to your slots. So pretty cool stuff. And while I'm here, I'm actually going to show you what I think is one of the cooler aspects of Traincraft, and that is how do you learn how to make stuff? There's actually not a lot of information online. Everything you read online says, build the book, build the book. So I did just that. So all we do is take some track, put some track around here, and then place a book in the middle, and we actually come up with a Traincraft guide. I'll open that quickly. Hey, all right. And then it goes through how to build trains and how to use them. And I will be showing you more of this later. This is just kind of a brief overview of what this facility has and what we're doing with it.
I absolutely love the sign that says train crafting area, use caution.
Yes, because you got to be careful over here. I mean, it's dangerous stuff going on. These two chests here will eventually disappear. It's just when we get over to when you see the actual farmhouse, you'll see I had to have a stupid amount of resources, and this was I was making waterproof pipes, and so I needed a small little cactus area that will disappear as well.
Nice. I would like to, behind the scenes note, I would like to point out the something very rare that's happening is Actatus and I are actually in the same room together because they are visiting me for a few weeks, Ganta and Actatus, and it's funny because he's doing some parkour around the around the chest, and we're busting up laughing, and we can do that without interrupting you. So that's kind of cool. But this building is humongous, and it's very awesome. So it's going to be very cool. Traincraft, I love Railcraft, but Traincraft with their cars and stuff is amazing. I mean, it actually looks like they're real cars.
I can't even begin to explain when I played around on a single player server just a little bit to try to, and he had to actually, that was part of him bringing down the server because I started having mini seizures, like they were talking about putting me on Dilantin because I was like, oh my god, like you can make wood cars, like they actually, it looks like they're hauling wood, and he's like, calm down, that's it, server's down, and I'm like, oh.
Seriously, you are an individual who has, like, if there is such thing as adult ADD, you have it. You have no patience. You're go, go, go. I got to do it right now. And I think, like, you were potentially progressing so far that I actually shut the server down and loaded up another one so you could do stuff without jumping ahead too far.
Yeah,
so,
you did.
I did. So here's it's daytime finally. Here's the Locomotive Manufacturing Center, which is awesome. Something I took care of in the meantime is our pub, the Ye Olde Smegg pub. You'll notice we've got some lights on the outside, which light this place up amazing. Inside we got some couches, we got a bar, we got a fireplace, and we've got these tables. This is I'd like to spotlight real quick. This is Jammy's Furniture mod, which I want to say is one of the most amazing mods I have ever seen in Minecraft. The first thing here is we've got blinds, which can open, close, and go half open, which is I just think is amazing. These seats right here, you can actually sit in, which again I find so amazing. I could be easily entertained, but I think you guys thought it was too.
It's our good pub, but we don't get our beer. Damn service sucks.
Yeah, so we've got the counter here. We've got a few other amazing things. We've got I got TVs. There's a radio, which you can hear now. There's counters, which have some foodstuffs. Pretty much I designated this as a place where we're actually just going to keep our food stuff. So we've got a refrigerator. We've got a freezer that holds stuff. Again, amazing. There's a stove. You can cook 2 items at once. There's a sink. there is a dishwasher. To this day, has anybody found out what the hell the dishwasher is for?
I don't know, but I put my diamond pickaxe in there, and something's occurring. So
I don't. Yeah, I don't. I have no idea what it is. So, real quick, that's the pub. I had so much fun with this, and I love how everything in Jammy's mod is fully functional. I think that's amazing. So, what do you think, guys?
I like it.
Yeah, I do
That's
too.
very
Thank you.
nice.
Thank you. So I did put a couple of farms up also, melons and stuff. If I come up over here, you know what? You can't even avoid it anymore.
Ah.
That quite possibly is the biggest frickin' house I've ever seen.
Okay, so in order to not continue with Traincraft, I had to utilize my time. I was at work, and there was some time I had. So I made Casa de Pint, complete with a wraparound deck. When you come inside here, whoa, look at this. Yeah, buddy.
Oh wow,
Ceiling lights.
there's even more stuff than I was in here last time.
I put up my own little trash compactor here in the corner.
Oh my god.
With some fridges. I got dual sinks here for my amazing master kitchen with 3 ovens, because we all know that Smegg likes to eat. Just take a look at him. And
To eat. And I'd like to point out too that you are
that I am what? You cut out.
one of the most amazing cooks I've ever seen.
Uh,
So it's fitting that you've got all this stuff in here.
Yeah, so we got our little table lamp here, and we got a little sitting area. No TVs or anything yet. There is, unfortunately, right now, there's no way to get to the second floor, but there is a giant second floor. There's not much done. But after a long day of eating, you can come out here and come and have a seat in the hot tub and look out below. Don't worry, you're not going to fall.
Wow. Nice.
And then
That's very sweet looking.
And then for those days when you feel like, hey, I want to go to the clouds, man, you can go out, climb the glass ladder, which again is I believe the furniture mod put that in, and go up to the small little greenhouse, which has plants up in it.
That's and I'm not sure. Maybe that's Jamie's furniture mod. There's also a mod here called
A mod called what?
Glass, and you can do all kinds of different styles of glass, including stained glass. So that's very cool, dude. I love it, and I should point out actually it took forever, and it looks like you've done quite a bit too, flattening this out. I started it. Looks like you finished it, but we're gonna have our multi farms out here, which is part of the forestry update. We'll do that here in a future thing because it's quite complex. But I'm seeing over here. Actually, I think this was one of our first Meteor Impact sites over here, wasn't it?
It was. While you head over there, I'm just going to add another note. This was actually all the way to the ground, so the amount of leveling that occurred, as you can see down there, was pretty crazy. But at least this way, you guys don't have to die through us just leveling everything out.